ATB-TV. I'm Darren here with Shona Drechsler at the magnificent Lindsay Park at Euroa. And Shona in our background is one of the champion horses of all time, Dulcified, winner of the 1979 Derby. I'll tell you, with Brendan Thompson sitting up there. Makes me feel really old, Shona. But
I was 2 when that was on.
Oh, 2, yeah. I was a little bit older than that. I'll tell you, up here at Lindsay Park, we're in the boardroom, and obviously it's a special room here with a whole host of trophies collected over the years, and lovely picture of C.S. Hayes, the great C.S. Hayes, and there's a beautiful picture here of C.S. Hayes with the Queen, and it's just an honour to be in this room, Shona.
It gives me goosebumps just looking at everything that's in here. It's just rich with racing history, and I feel really honoured to see it and be in touching distance of it.
Yeah, so this morning we've been up here and had a look at our horses with David Hayes in training, and we've had an opportunity to have a talk to Tom and to David about their backgrounds, and we'll post that interview up on the website in the coming days as we build our trainer profile page, Shona, on the web with all our trainers. We'll get around to them over the next 6 months and put that together, but it was really interesting. And I think what struck me about the interview this morning, Shona, was just the passion from those two guys, just how much they actually love what they do.
Yeah, David's been doing it for years and years, and he just still loves it like he just started it yesterday. Yeah,
so anyway, on to ATB, Shona.
Yeah, so last week we had a few runners. We had a little bit of success. Actually, we had a lot of success on Saturday at Caulfield. But before we get too excited about that, let's talk about our runners at Ararat. We had Tokyo Tower finish 7th.
Yeah, I thought her run had some merit. Got blocked in and couldn't get through, and the horse in front of her balked her a couple of times. As I said before, I think Tokyo Tower's a horse that, when she gets to a mile, she'll be winning a couple.
Yep. Flying Paris finished 3rd.
Raced well above expectations first up. Great run, finished 3rd. Come from well back. Was only really 80% fit, and I think she's a high quality filly with a really good future.
Short Espresso 6th.
Yeah, jarred up. Track was too hard for him. Disappointing campaign. Gone to the paddock. He'll be gelded in the next week or two, and we'll start again. He's obviously just doesn't appreciate the real firm tracks.
And Royal Fantasy 7th.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there. She led unrestrained and was actually G'd up a little bit first up. It's not the way we asked her to be ridden. We're disappointed with Dean's ride there, but look, we still think she's a handy filly. We just haven't had the opportunity to see what she can do yet.
And then it was Saturday at Caulfield for Group 1 Underwood Stakes, and we had a winner. Yes. We had a really good day.
We did have a good day. It's great to go to Caulfield on one of the big days and be successful. And Firehouse Rock was awesome. You know, we paid a lot of money, $450,000 for that Fastnet Rock, and he didn't let us down at his 3rd start. He was in a strong field, and he was awesome. Like he was under pressure on the corner, and I thought Nick Hall had a good plan and executed very well. And the horse got home and won that race, and we got a big fat check.
We did. We got an extra $100,000 bonus from Inglis.
Yes, when Inglis walked out with that bonus check, I was thinking, geez, I hope I paid the series, but luckily enough we had. Yeah, so to win your maiden in town on a Saturday and pick up $175,000 for the effort.
It was a smart field too.
Gets us part of our money back, and it was a good field. So he's on a Derby trail. He may or may not get there, but the dream is well and truly alive with Firehouse Rock, and he worked nice this morning.
Yes, he did. He looks a treat. His coat's gleaming.
Have we got some footage there to show?
We have, and I'm going to upload it onto the website.
Beautiful.
Yep. And we had Crackerjack King finish 3rd in the Underwood Stakes.
Yes.
The Group 1 Underwood Stakes.
Group 1.
Yeah. Coming
off that big layoff and a couple of nice lead-up runs, and yeah, he really showed what he can do, Crackerjack King, on Saturday, and you know, it was a gutsy effort. And look, David and Michael Walker had a plan, the way they wanted to ride him, and that involved being off the fence and out of trouble and away from the other horses. And you know, he executed that okay. He probably was a little bit wider than what David thought he should be, but look, he loves that horse, and we almost got away with it. But I think all the racing fraternity realised on Saturday that Crackerjack King is a serious horse, and he's going to be a big player in the spring. That run will bring him to his top, and we'll now look at, he's got 2 races, or 2 chances I should say, to qualify for the Cox Plate, so it'll be the Turnbull or the Caulfield Stakes, but he needs to win one of those to get in there.
Yep. And he raced beautifully compared to his first start at Flemington. He relaxed and he just bowled around on that outside with his ears pricked and his tail swishing, and he loved it, didn't he?
He did. Like, you know, as David said all the way through, fitness is one thing, but mental attitude's another, and he's been working hard on both. And I think we're starting to get to the pointy end, and he's now he's third in a Group 1 in Australia on top of his Group 1 in Italy, and he's still a stay-in by Shamadale, beautifully bred, being a younger brother to Jacklebury. And I think on Saturday he showed us the form that, you know, made us buy him in the first place.
Yep.
And if he, you know, he's pulled up well, and we'll take our chances over the next month. But very, very exciting.
Yep. And then we went to Wangaratta on Sunday. We had Long Time. She finished second.
Yeah, Peter Moody took her up there. It was a tough little race too. A very smart horse beat us easily. I think it's won 4 out of 5. One thing you have to understand this time of year, Shona, is it doesn't matter where you go, you've got strong racing, because all those city class horses that are not good enough are dropping back to midweeks or back into the country, into those high rated races. So you can bump into some really smart horses, and we did on Saturday. But Long Time was great, and she was really good late. She chased hard, she beat the third horse by a margin, and look, a win. She's going to run into a race and she's going to win a race, and you know, she mightn't be top draw Saturday class, but I think she's definitely midweek, Saturday off season, and I think she'll more than pay away over the next 12 months.
Yep. And on Monday we went to Echuca, which was a hard day at the office. We had Lyndon Doom finish 6th. Yeah,
disappointing. A promising filly who showed a lot and was very unlucky to run into Sabatini, who won the Quizette and a few others and got beat. But on Monday she trained off, and she's going to the paddock. Could only manage, was it 5th or 6th?
6th, yeah.
6th, and well beaten. She was agitated before the run and needs the paddock, and she'll come back. She's a quality horse.
Yep, and Happy Highway put in a nice run for 3rd.
Yeah, she's got Back Me Next Start written all over her. Hit the line strongly, and could be one to follow, Shona.
One, definitely. And Sir Dylan finished 5th.
Good for Sir Dylan first up. Mile first up, good effort, Darren Weir. To get him fit enough for a first up mile race, and he's obviously a stayer, an off-season stayer, but first up 5th, probably too wide on the corner, might have cost him running 3rd, I felt.
Yeah.
And the rider said that afterwards, so he might be in for a better campaign.
Yep. And now we're going to talk about this week's runners.
Where do we start?
We've got 2 today at Seymour, on a soggy Seymour. We've got Esprit de Sol. Yeah,
well, it rained all night up here. They had, well, they say they had an inch. Few puddles out the window there, but I'd say it looks like a good inch. Look, this horse was good first up, no expectations when he raced at Bendigo, and he flew home up the rails and looked impressive. Today he gets up to 2200.
Yep. And
there's only 6 runners now with the heavy 9. Look, word of warning, every trial on a wet track he's gone pretty ordinary, so I'm going there with a very open mind, but I think he's a horse that's an outside chance to get to the Derby. He'll probably need to win either today or next start to do that, and maybe the heavy track today mightn't help.
Yeah. We've also got Host Me.
Yeah, first up resuming, another staying mare. Not really a lot expected today, just to kick her off and get her going, but you know, her last start she was a solid winner at Bendigo, and you know, she's got a future, and she'll be a nice stayer over the summer months, probably at the end of spring. Moonee Valley, I could see her getting around there and winning some of those 2,000, 2,400 metre races. And the good thing about the Valley over summer is all those races are over $100,000, so you know, it's good money for off-season racing.
Yep. Tonight we've got Collini running at Pontefract.
Where?
Pontefract.
Never heard of it, but anyway, there's apparently there's 8 in the field, so obviously 7 others have heard of it.
Yep.
So he's the highest rated horse in this race, so I suspect he'll run really well. I'm pretty sure that Marco's picked this race out to break his maiden duck in the UK for us. And what time would that race be on, Shona?
I have absolutely no idea.
Probably the wee hours of the morning, but we'll let you know by email later on.
Yeah.
And
we'll send out an update later on.
The photos we saw of Collini.
Oh, it is beautiful.
Looks magnificent, so if he can run up to his looks, he'll be winning.
Yep. Tomorrow we've got Soissons running at Geelong with Damien Thornton on board.
Yeah, we're on the turf at Geelong. She's got a good record, Soissons at Geelong, and I thought her first up run was pretty good. So she goes in second up where she's got a good record, and I think she's going to be in the top 4.
Lucky I'm barefoot at Moonee Valley tomorrow night in the last.
10:15. I think I'll be watching that one from the couch. Look, he's ready to go to paddock. The rain overnight will help him.
Definitely
bring him into the race a bit. If he could run top 4 against that strong field, I think he'd be more than happy with that, but he's ready to go to paddock and come back in the autumn and the winter for next year.
And nominations at the moment, we've got Monday at Kilmore for social media. I've got something to add as it comes to my head. Our events for our spring carnival are filling up. Caulfield Cup is sold out, Call of the Card is sold out, Cox Plate Day sold out, and the remaining events, there's only a few left. So we've got the Werribee Breakfast on October the 4th. If you haven't replied to me, do it quick, because we need to sort that out for catering purposes. We've still got a limited number of swinging tickets for Caulfield Guineas. I think there's about 8 left.
8 left for Caulfield Guineas.
Yeah.
That's going to be a great day, because we look like having multiple runners now on the day. So if you can get along and you want to come along, just email Shona. And don't forget, if you're in Melbourne for the weekend of the Melbourne Cup, we've got our function down at the Emerald.
Yeah, the Emerald Hotel in Clarendon Street, South Melbourne. On the Monday night before the Cup, we're hosting an event there. Finger foods and drinks, and good time to catch up and talk about your horses. And
for those who've got international horses, and for everyone else, it'll be an opportunity for you to catch up with Marco and Lucia Botti, who will be in town for the Melbourne Cup, and they'll be attending that event with us. So in a nice relaxed atmosphere over a few drinks, you'll be able to have a chat to Marco and Lucia, and we'll have a photographer on hand to get some photos for you.
It's going to kick off at about 6.
6 o'clock, and we're trying to get, we might be able to get a jockey or 2 down there. Whether we get our own jockeys, or maybe we'll actually get Damien Oliver down, who's probably going to ride the offer, and we might be able to tip about 30 lines into him so he can't ride.
Yeah.
So that might be a bit of a strategy.
We might get him drunk and get him to place a bet at the TAB at the bar.
So yeah, look, if you're in town Melbourne Cup weekend, come down to the Emerald and spend the night with us. So
yeah, it's going to be good.
Email Shona and let her know, and we'll get all that sorted out. But look, it's really hotting up now this weekend. We've got the internationals flying into Tullamarine on Saturday. So we'll be down, Liz and I'll be down at Werribee for their arrival at about 3 p.m. If there is any owners out there that are actually thinking of coming down to Werribee to the quarantine centre on Saturday, let me know, because I do actually have a whole heap of photos of Seismos and Tuck the Boystron in my car, and if I know you're going to be there, I'll make sure I bring yours with me. Then we'll be able to talk to the handlers, and we'll be able to talk to the vet after they go over our 3 horses, and we'll be able to try and get you a report sometime Saturday night, early Sunday, on how they've travelled and what the vet had to say and what the strapper had to say, and then hopefully we can tick that box off Shona to say we've got them here in one piece. And then it really builds up then with only 2 weeks to Guest of Honour going to the Toorak, so very exciting.
Yeah. What's that? I know. Sorry about the wind last week, folks. I did cop a bit of flack about that from multiple people.
Well, we're inside today, guys.
Thanks for the tip.
So don't complain about the echo. But no, it's tough with this camera because you only need a slight amount of wind and it's like a storming gale. But yeah, I've been caught myself.
Yeah. Anyway, it's all good.
Until next week, I'm Darren Dance. This is Shona Drechsler, and there's Dulcify. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
So as you see parade here in the Mounting Oak pre-race, of course will be a lot better forward here than Mooney Valley. He's obviously got a much good line.